Hi, and welcome to segment number 2. So in the first segment, you learned the basics of setup and about section and why it's important to fill all that out, how to invite your friends to the page. In this section, we're going to cover understanding your settings and insights, which is your analytics and how to set things up in the background, and how to boost a post. And we're back again. So up in the settings tab here in the top right-hand corner, you can see that when you click on that, you have all these different options over here on the left-hand side. I just want to point out a few things that are really important. One is to make sure your page is actually published, because if it's not, then obviously nobody's going to be seeing it. If you're a certified organization, you can apply to Facebook to be verified. Those are those little blue checks, or if you're actually an individual person, verifying who you are, or in the case of a business, you might get those little gray checks, a local business. So you can send that in to be verified, and Facebook will give you that little check if they've approved it. Visitor post, anybody can publish to this page and anyone can add photos and videos. I would highly recommend this to have it on. So you just click on this and you allow. So you have these, you can disable that and you can review posts. The reason why you would have it on, and I would highly recommend it, is that if someone's at a tournament and they're taking pictures of the tournament, then it allows them to share those photos with you. And keep in mind that Facebook and any other social media is social, which means that you want people engaging with you as much as possible. By them engaging, posting, liking, comment, sharing your posts, that increases your algorithm within social media and within Facebook, which means that they determine how often your posts are going to be seen by other people. There's only about 2% of people that will come to your page looking for something, so you really are at the mercy of people liking, commenting, and sharing their posts on your wall in order to be seen further. Because as soon as somebody does that, it then drops into their news feed and it tells their world of their friends that they've just shared this post from you, or they've liked or commented on it. So I would highly recommend to have that on, that people can share those photos with you. Reviews, again, this is up to you whether you turn this on. That's when you see those little star reviews across the bottom. In this case, we have it disabled because it really is irrelevant for this case. So we don't have it on. You can choose whether you have it on or not. So I would recommend going through each one of these to kind of get familiar with what they mean. One of the things to look for here too is tagging ability. And again, this means that if someone is in a photo and they want to tag that person in the photo, they can do so. And I would recommend that's on. If you're at an awards gala and somebody has a picture of the recipient and they want to tag that recipient, it goes out into that recipient's news feeds that they've been tagged in that photo. And it really does increase the exposure on your page and the photo, the post that you've actually just put up. This one is people and other pages tagging a page. Again, go through each one of these. I've got it so it's allowed. Page invisibility, age restrictions. You can go through here and just check all these out and what they mean. The other thing going up here is messaging. So you can go through and you can have an automated message. So if you're not going to be able to answer people right away that send you messages, you can put an autoresponder in here and they get a nice little note. At least they feel that they've been heard, that they've been recognized, that they put something in, and you can make a nice little note saying, we are not here right now, but we're happy to get back to you when, within an hour or 24 hours or whatever it is that you need to get back to them. It just lets them know that the message didn't go out into La La Land. So you can go through each one of these and become familiar with what each tab means. Notifications mean that you are then getting every notification sent to your phone or email. So some people get inundated with messages and you can come in here and turn them off depending on your preference. So whether you get notifications on Facebook, whether you get them every 12 to 24 hours, whether you have messages sent the page when someone that's actually sent you a personal message, you get emails and texts in my case my texts are on, because I want to be able to manage what comes in. And I do like to get back to people right away. One of the questions I'm asked often is, how do I add somebody to my page so they can manage the page? Under page roles here is where you go, and you can make somebody, in this case, I'm going to show you up here, an editor, admin. Now, if you make somebody admin, they have full access to your page and they can walk away with it at any point. They can make any type of changes. They can delete your page. So be very, very careful who you make admin of the page. You might want to make somebody admin if you're only in that role for a short period of time on a 2-year span and you're giving up control to somebody else after 2 years, then you would make them an admin so they can carry on that process. You want to make sure that you make people admin that are going to carry on that role, because if they are an editor and you leave and delete yourself from that page, then nobody can get into that page to make those changes afterwards. So you would only make somebody the admin is somebody owns the organization, is the head coordinator of the organization. If you're a coach of that page, anything like that, then you have control over it. So just be very careful of these buttons. An editor, when you create an editor, it tells you under here what kind of access they have to your page. The one thing they can't do is they cannot delete it, which is great. A moderator, again, it changes. It tells you what a moderator gets, what access they have. An advertiser changes what access they have, and an analyst changes what access they have. So if you have somebody that you want to just have them go in and analyze your stats, then you would make them an analyst. Okay? So what you do is you type in their name or their email and click add. Once you click add, it's going to ask you for a password. That password is your own personal password that you would use to get into your own Facebook page. So there's a little bit of confusion there. People think, oh, I don't have the password to this page. It's not for that page specific. It's for your own personal password that you're allowing people to admin that page. So that's the password required. And then you go down, pages and other pages. So this shows you who has recently liked your page and the date that they've liked the page. What it doesn't show you are other pages that like your page. So when you click on this, pages that like your page, you're going to see a whole list of different pages that have actually liked your page. And those numbers do not show up in the numbers that are on the side of your home page that says, you have 500 fans or you have 1,000 fans. These aren't calculated in those numbers. What's great is when you come in here and you're like, okay, well, I want to make sure that I'm having reciprocal like with these pages. So you want to click and go back and make sure that you've liked them as well. A word of warning, I don't know why it's set up this way, but if you go and hover and click like, that like actually goes to your personal page, not your business page. And I'll show you how to make sure that that goes to your business page as opposed to your personal page. So just be careful about that. So we're going to take Ottawa Carleton Soccer League as an example. So you just pop over here on your home page, and we go over here to the right hand side where it says see pages and feeds, and we click on that, and it says up here like other pages. So you would go up here and you would click, and you would click on Ottawa Carleton. And then you go through and find what it is that you're looking for, or if you had the full name, you would type in the full name there. So Ottawa Carleton Soccer League. So we click on that and we would save it, and we've already liked their page. So when you haven't already liked their page, then it would come up and say saved. So what that does then is it gives you what is like your fan page, your news feed on your personal page. This is your news feed for your business page. So pages that you've liked, their updates show up in the background here. And this is great because you can pop over and see what's going on, go through the news feed like you would on your own home page. And again, it's very reciprocal. So you'd want to, go through, and if something really tweaks you and you like it, there's Ottawa Tennis and Lawn Bowling, you would click like. And you might want to click a little comment. So they're saying today is the day the Davis Cup tickets go on sale. So you could do a little woo-hoo or great news, anything like that. And they will see that. As soon as you've made a comment, it's dropped into their notifications up here in the top right-hand corner of their page. or right here under notifications that they've had somebody that's commented and they get notifications. So it's very reciprocal. And it's a great way to build, uh, that relationship, that partnership with other organizations that relate to you. Here's the Ringette Canada again. If there's something here that you want to share, they're having a 150th anniversary in Canada, you would turn around and like it. Now, you have to be really careful about where you're sharing things. I'm going to go over this in a little bit, but just I'm going to do it twice. So I'm going to do it right here as well, is where if you want to share this on your personal page, you actually have to be careful what you're operating as. So to share it on your personal page, you would have to click you. If you want to share it out on your organization page, then you'd make sure that this icon is up. You can see the icon there, and you can actually make a comment, and you're commenting as your organization. A lot of people get this confused. If you want to share it on your personal page, you would flip it and it shows your picture for your personal page. You'd make a comment and you're commenting as you as a personal person. And if you wanted to share it, then it's sharing it on your personal page. So just be aware of those two links there and how those work. Okay. So I'm just going to pop back over here to settings. And again, just go through each one of these and understand what they mean. Facebook's great at giving you information. So here is cross-posting. If you have two different organizations that you want to cross-post with, this is a great place. You can put in the Facebook URL. Remember I was talking about claiming your name up here? That's where you put the name in. So when you post it, it's posted out, cross-promoted on another page. So you get that, what do you call it? Your bang for your buck, I guess, or killing two birds with one stone. Your apps, if you have any apps, Instagram ads, features, Facebook support. If you run into problems, you can click on Facebook support and you can send them an email. So that's where you would go in and do that. We get a lot of questions about people asking, how do I send in a Facebook support request because I'm having problems? They don't always get back to you right away, but they will eventually. So now we're going to pop over to Insights, and Insights is a very, very valuable tool. I love this because this is your analytics, and this is what's telling you what you're doing on your page, whether it's working or not working, whether you need to maybe refocus your information. So over here along Insights, you have all these tabs on the left. So familiarize yourself with these tabs. There's some that are my favorite. So I'm going to go through some that I really pay attention to, but I really do suggest that you get familiar with what's in here. 5 of your most recent posts, it shows you in here. If as an organization or as a coach, you have pages that you really want to watch, but you might not want them to know that you're watching them, you would add them in here. So you just type in, go and click add page, and say you wanted to watch Ottawa Ringettes, but you really, I mean, there's no reason why we wouldn't want them watching us, to know that we're watching them. But if you have a reason that you don't want people watching what you're doing, that you can put that in here and then it becomes anonymous. So what happens then is every time they post, it comes up and you get a report in here, how they're doing, how many likes they have, how their posts are reacting, so on and so forth. So that's what you put that in there. Your likes, it shows you, and really please don't get too hung up on your likes because it can work against you. So for instance, it looks like we got a little glitch here in Facebook. Don't get too caught up on saying, oh my gosh, I want 1,000 likes, I want 2,000 likes, 3,000 likes, because if you're not getting the engagement on your page, that can really go against you. Facebook looks at the ratio between how many people like your page and how many people are interacting on your page, and they actually work their algorithm based on that. So don't get hung up. It's quality over quantity. Just remember, quality over quantity. And that button is typical. We're getting some slowdown here for some reason. Okay. One of the others, this one I love. I hope it opens. So over to the 7-day spread. You're going to get, it is in your handouts. I hope it opens here. You're going to get a graph over a 7-day spread that's showing you how your posts are, when people are engaging with your post and when they're online. Let me just refresh this window and see if it will come back up. Here we go. Excellent. So under post, it tells you this is a 7-day average and it changes every 7 days. So, and it tells you this up here, data shown for 1 week period. So it tells me that based on today, or this last 7 days, I'm getting the best engagement for Ottawa Sport Council around 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, which is, people typically will check their Facebook before they leave work. They usually check on first thing in the morning, but it really depends on, again, who you are and when your people are engaging. You might find that you get a better engagement at 9 o'clock at night. And if you hover over each individual day, of course, it changes. So in the last 7 days, this past Monday, our best engagement was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Tuesday was a little bit all over the place. Wednesday, we had a higher engagement about 8 o'clock at night, which you'll see. Thursday, again, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Friday, a little bit higher engagement at nighttime. Saturday was really great all day long. It looks like it was pretty strong. So, which surprised me. I think last Saturday was gorgeous. I don't know why people are inside. And then Sunday, there was a real dip at 7 o'clock. So, Sunday night dinners, people aren't on Facebook as much, and there's a bit of a dip there. But you can see Sunday afternoon again was about 3 o'clock. This will change based on what you're posting and how interesting it is to post and how much people are engaging with you. This is driven off of your engagement and when people are taking a look at your posts. So, just keep that in mind. Let's see if this is going to work up here. There we go. Here's your likes. So it gives you a benchmark of your likes. You can change when you start it, so you can see the growth over time. And down here, it will show you if you get any unlikes. And please don't worry if you see red down here where people have unliked your page. It happens all the time. In this case, this is a great one to show you. It hasn't happened, but it does happen quite a bit. So don't get too bent into shape with that. Again, your reaches, it shows whether you've actually had an organic reach or a paid reach. In this case, we've done a paid reach for the Ottawa Sports Summit. So you're seeing this dark orange showing the paid reach that's happened. And again, your organic versus paid. If anybody's hidden a post or hidden all posts, it'll show you that there. They could be like, why is this dropping in my news feed? Again, don't worry about it. It happens. Any action that's been taken on your page. These are your posts like I went through before, any events that you've had posted, videos you've had posted. And again, we had a video that was a paid video, so you can see the darker blue. And this one I absolutely love. So this one is your where people are coming from, your analytics of where people are coming from. So your fan base, 56% of them on this case of Ottawa Sport Council is women and 42 is men based on the on Facebook. The people we're actually reaching are switches. 56 of my fans were actually reaching 54% of the fans and 42 and 42 of the men. And you can see how the age demographic has changed here as well. The gray is what your fans are, and the people in the blue are who you're actually reaching. And then when you click on engage, oh, great, it's down. If you click on engage, it'll tell you who's actually engaging with your page. So we'll go back over to your fan page. You'll see that the majority of our fans are Ottawa, Brockville, Gatineau, Montreal, Toronto, London. You're going to get people over here. We've got India, Bangladesh. Don't worry about that. What can happen is that they have relatives that might be living in Ottawa, and one of their relatives that are living in the Ottawa area have liked, commented, or shared your post, and then their family or friends in these different areas have seen it, so they've liked your page. So you will get people that are from different countries. And again, if you go people reached, it switches again. So you can see like this 13,000 almost in Ottawa alone. And those numbers are high because we've done a paid post. So normally it wouldn't be that high. Gatineau, Old Chelsea, Wakefield. So again, we did a very targeted ad and we targeted the Ottawa area. So this is great. I'm glad to see that these numbers are really high in this area. So just watch these, okay? Love watching this. This is your analytics, very important. It'll tell you when you need to change your message to people. If you're finding that you're not getting the analytics that you want, it might be time to change your message, the way you're actually posting, and what terminology you're using as well. That has a huge thing. I always find by posting Questions, they work really well. Do you like or dislike? Have you ever? Fill in the blank, caption this. Those type of things work well. People like to, they're driven. So if you tell them what to do, they'll do it. And they like to be heard. So the other thing is, again, what I was mentioning is being social, is turning around and engaging with people that have actually liked or commented on your page. So they like to know that they've been heard. So make sure that you keep it social and you're letting people know that you. Thank you. This concludes segment number 2 of How to Facebook, and continue learning by watching segment number 3, photos and videos and how to use them. Segment number 1 was based on basic page setup, how to optimize your About section, and how to invite friends to like your page and events and milestones. Thank you for joining. See you in segment number 3.